Hey there, my name's Neandra and I wanted to give some quick tips on playing new nerfed Mercy. My main advice is that you need to get very fast with switching your beam between targets and juggling your healing, when multiple allies are injured or getting injured. From now on, you're going to have to swap targets before healing people to full quite often. For example, I have 2 damage squishies here. Instead of getting Hanzo to completely full, I get him to a safe range of around 80%, then swap to McCree here. Then I'd either swap back or to another ally or whatever the situation called for. Basically, target prioritization is crucial after this patch. Every time Mercy gets nerfed, I feel like communicating as her becomes even more important. So, if allies are playing too dangerously, let them know, especially if they're chunky. Healing 2 badly damaged tanks at the same time can be very straining. To help with this, you're really going to have to position in a way that allows you to always know where every ally is. This may mean positioning behind everyone or frequently looking around as you play, both of which were recommended before the nerf anyway. I've talked before about tracking enemy abilities, and now you're going to want to do the same for allies with healing abilities. When possible, make sure allies are stable before attempting a res and that they're able to manage without your healing for 1.75 seconds. Also, remember a bad res can stagger the team, so if 2 or 3 allies died in a short amount of time because you couldn't out-heal the damage, it might just be better to regroup. In regards to damage boost, yeah, it's probably going to be lower than it was before, but there's still a lot of opportunities to use it, and getting over 1000 damage amplified in a comp match is still very viable. In fact, with healing now worse, damage boost might actually be more valuable. Playing an aggressive Mercy can work pretty well. In the past, team comps have ran Lucio and Zen together, and the idea behind it is that they aim to end and win the fight quickly before the lack of healing becomes an issue. This might be a mindset you want to adopt with Mercy, especially when the enemy team is also running her. Like, Mercy can no longer out-heal Winston, and she's going to do even less well against one that you're damage boosting. In the past, I have said, it's okay if you aren't using damage boost that much because your team needs healing. It's when you're holding down heal mode on fully healthed allies and not gaining ult charge that it becomes a problem. I think this still stands, but it's time to relax it a little bit. If you suspect your ally is about to take damage, then preemptively healing could really help, now that your healing output is overall lower. With healing now slower, you're also going to get Valkyrie slower too. That being said, Mercy gets 1% ult charge from pistol body shots and 2% from headshots, which may not feel like much, but in quick succession it builds up. Although keep in mind, the time it takes to swap from pistol to beam and getting that beam onto someone could mean an injured ally dies. Pistol usage is really up to your own judgment, and I still think damage boost is better, but definitely consider it. If you do find your Valkyrie was bad or wasted, try to stick on damage boost when possible, because at least then your allies might be able to get some ult charge out of it. I've also previously suggested that if your team has already won the fight, you're still in Valkyrie mode and someone needs healing, to wait until your ult finishes and then heal them up, because you don't generate ult charge while ulting. I would say not only is this still viable, but more important than before, because the overall charge is slower and an immediate 5 to 20% boost really counts. However, you're going to have to be a lot more careful and aware of the enemy team. Are you going to have enough time to heal X and Y before the enemy team regroups and begins their next push? Anyway, that's all from me for now. I hope to have more tips and advice for you guys in future. The nerf felt really bad at first, a lot worse than I thought it was gonna be, but the more you play her, the more you get used to it and just kind of adapt. Thanks for watching, feel free to join my Discord.